In the beginning, some of the best 2K players came together to create the dribbling community. A community that valued high-skill gameplay. For a couple years, everything was going well. The community was starting to expand and grow.
That's what you wanted. Come on. That's what you wanted. Huh? Nigga, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me.
Well, that was until they killed what we love the most. But where did everything go wrong? How did one of the most fun parts about 2K become one of the most disliked? Stick to the end to find out. Let's start with 2K16, the game that's considered to be the best 2K game for dribbling and the best 2K game in general. Now, what made 2K16 so great? Well, Duke said it the best.
The GOAT 2K is 2K16. Yeah, well balanced, not too cheesy, and it's, bro, the peak entertainment. It might be nostalgia for us, but definitely 2K16.
Dribbling in that game felt so smooth and the movement of the players were so fluid. Back then there were so many animations to choose from and different ways to combo and chain them together. On top of that, your player was actually fast and explosive running out of the moves. Now let's fast forward to 1 year later. 2K17 had a lot of similarities to 2K16, but it holds a significant spot in 2K history because it marked the emergence of the dribbling community. If you're a real OG in the community, you probably remember the legendary dribbling mixtape by MYPARK. I don't believe he was the first one to do this, but he definitely popularized these dribbling mixtapes, which was just people who love dribbling putting their best clips together. There were also many YouTubers like Hank the Tank, Cheeseaholic, and I Run You who all made big contributions. Even though there was a lot of glitches and more cheese this year, 2K17 will always be a top 3 2K for sure. But there's one problem. There was another playstyle that was beginning to emerge. Stretch bigs running with another center, dexing and using screens.
Is this Pizza Castle?
Now on to 2K18 and 2K19. This is where things started to drastically change, and it's mostly due to them changing the gameplay engine from previous years. It's evident for everyone who played during that time period that 18 and 19 just felt more robotic and the movement was too clunky compared to its predecessors. On top of that, they introduced a new archetype system. In my opinion, this new system made dribbling less popular because if you wanted to speed boost and get good animations, you would have to have playmaking as your primary or secondary skill. That, or you had to make your player short with T-Rex arms like Desmond Bain. And some people like Ticino opted to do that in order to hit that 86 ball control threshold. But on the other hand, there were people who obviously had other plans. Like I said before, people in 2K17 started to realize how deadly stretch bigs were, and in 18 and 19, especially 19, it got worse.
I zigzag, I play, this is how I play. He sets a screen, I just zigzag like this over and over and over again. And on the inbound, I just run around. I run around like this. I'm so good at the game. Oh my god. This is real basketball. All you guys that complain about this, you're just getting dropped off even though you have 91%.
Stretch bigs quickly became the most popular build, quite frankly, because they were easy to use. Why waste your time dribbling when you could just shoot over people, am I right? But stretch bigs weren't the only problem. There was also a rise of post scorer. And why was that? Well, because when a post scorer got takeover, they became Prime Shaq, Hakeem, Kareem, The Dream, all in one. Now with all this, it felt like it was the ISO community versus everyone else. ISO versus shot creators, ISO versus post scorers, and most of all, ISO versus stretch bigs. At the rise of all the tension, Ticino and Steezo had one of the biggest wagers in 2K history. Sadly, Steezo lost and people began to push the narrative that ISO was ineffective. So was this the end of ISO? Would other playstyles take over?
You think you can kill me? You think you can kill what does not die but only multiplies? You fool.
Just when you thought things were over, the ISO community didn't back down. G-Man vs Ticino was said to be the best 2K wager in history. With money on the line in a comp setting, G-Man proved to the 2K community that ISO was still the best playstyle. But year after year after that, from 2K21 to 2K24, things continued to go downhill. People and creators on both sides began to get fed up with the gameplay. Somehow, the older gen games had better dribbling and movement than the next gen games. There was also definitely less hype around ISO and dribbling. There was a decline in dribbling mixtape videos on YouTube and less people innovating new moves other than Steezo. But it wasn't really their fault though. That's because 2K introduced seasons. It became a requirement for you to unlock most of the good dribble moves and animations in the game. On top of that, there's such a small pool of dribble moves you could even choose from. And it felt like the dev team had an agenda to just kill ISO. They continued to patch a lot of the new moves being invented. They took away speed boosting. And if you played 2K21, you remember that it was impossible to even get an ankle breaker at one point in time. But this leads us to present day with NBA 2K25. The problems with dribbling since 2K17 from 8 years ago still remains. There's so little options to choose from, so it feels like everyone just dribbles the same. On top of that, issues like dexing from years ago still prevail. And there's newer issues like the L2 glitch that's starting to become the main playstyle. But the worst part is that the 2K community as a whole has fallen apart. We don't have creators like Steezo and G-Man to help fight against all the toxic playstyles. But thankfully, Glock19 has risen up and taken the throne for now. He started a trend with dribbling with taller builds, and it's been the only fun thing in the game. With all this being said, can dribbling and ISO make a comeback in the years to come? Looks like we'll just have to wait and see. But one thing for sure is that I know there's a community of creators big and small that will push this agenda. If y'all enjoyed the video, make sure y'all like and subscribe if you're new. But until next time, it's been CHAMPO, and I'm out.